Come back, guys. In this video we're going to be making this app. So when I enter my USSD code and I tap the button, it opens up my phone dialer and it displays the code I've entered, as you can see. So therefore I can be able to call to make this USSD request. So in the next video I'm going to show you how you can make a USSD call straight from your app, but in this video that's what we're going to be making. So let's begin. So guys, let us begin. So this is the main XML. So main XML, we do have a editex which has an ID of main editex1 and the button which has main button. So let me see how it looks like a designer. So editex has this text that appears, which is called int or USSD code. So when I go to the main activity.java, so this is how the main activity.java looks like. Okay, so now this is where we're going to put our code here in between these curly brackets. So let us begin by making a simple intent. So here you need to pass in between these two brackets. You need to pass what you want to do. So you have to give intent again. Dot action. So what action do you want? You want the action of dialing. However, you click on any and delete its extension and put in dialing. As you can see, being given to us here. Okay, so go to the line below, and here we have to put IT. So IT is short for intent. Dot set data. This one up here, as you can see, it takes URL data. So URL data like so. If you have not seen the previous videos, so please do see the previous video. You'll be able to understand the source we have here. So this is a very simple layout which has a text called ID. It has a button and text. So in our editex we have defined it here at line 21 and we have called it txt, given it a short name of txt on line 28, then its ID main.editex1. So here we need to give a string. So whenever we enter URL or our USSD code, okay, I want it to appear here, but so we need to do a code that's similar to this one. Okay, so you put txt dot get text. This is what we need to put. However, it has a red underlining. This means it needs a, as you can see, method android context intent set data android.net URL. It takes a URL. Okay, so we need to put the URL here at the beginning. So URI dot p. Let's put a space. Dot per. As you can see, it's here. So we need to add one more closing bracket back here. We put it like so. So even if our code looks good like this, it will still crash because we need to give it another argument. Okay, we need to give it another argument. The argument we need to give it should be here between the URL. You need to put a string, 2 strings, then a plus here to indicate that the next string comes after this one. So here we tell like that, tall, like so. Now at this point, if the user enters a wrong, let me just say clicks the button when there's no URL entered, the app will simply crash. So we need to check, is there any data existing inside the txt. So we give a simple if statement. So if open bracket, close brackets, then we need to put curly brackets. So if you want, you don't put the curly brackets, but it's a good practice you use them. So txt dot get text to string dot is empty. So if it is empty, it will run the first curly brackets here. Okay, so as you see, I'm going to put another set of curly brackets here. Okay, so mainly here is where you would put where you put a toast message, so saying empty. Okay, here is where you normally put. So down here we have an else statement. Else it will run this code. Now there's another type of error that we are going to go into. So let me just build my code as of now such that I show you the results. Okay. Oh yes, I believe I do have an error because I did not start this activity. Okay, so that way nothing will happen. So I need to start activity. This one here. So IT like so, and pause like this. Normally you have to, if you want, you can put a set flag of new active, a set activity of flag active new task. However, I just do it like that and it happens to work. I don't know, maybe it's because of my version SDK, minimum SDK, I don't know. So here our code runs. So when we put our USSD code here, watch what happens. So I put a star 131 hash, then I click the button from here. Our app launches the phone dialer pad, whereby it will paste our USSD code. Now the USSD code of our app had an hash symbol at the end of it, the code. However, here it did not appear. So why? Mainly Java does not send it by default. You have to encode it first. So let's go back to our app and see how we can fix that. Sorry, the screen just went off. As you can see from here, I go back to my application and I tap the recent. My application is here. So even though the hash was there, it did not get pushed to the next, to the dial pad app. Okay, so I need to go back to my code editor, which is AID. Okay, come back to main activity.java. Need to locate where the problem is. So normally Java does not recognize the hash symbol, but you need to first encode it. So I put a next line in between here. Type string. Type string like so. This one needs to be uppercase S string. Give it a short name, string SSD, hash. Give it code equals to this comma equals to. Okay, so equals to. I can either put the code below in one sentence like this. Okay, like I copy it here where it ends here, so I need to leave two closing brackets and I move this one like so and I paste it up here. Okay, at the end here I can put dot replace. Okay, dot replace. Now replace takes two arguments of string, the string which is being replaced and the string you're being replaced with. So at first, okay, so the line is a little bit long, let me break it down to the next line like so. Then here I need to first close, okay, this first close like so. Now here I need to put two types of string. The first string we're going to what? We're going to replace, and what we're going to replace it with. So what we're going to first replace is the hash as we entered it by default. Yeah, this hash here. So we need to give it a plus, okay? Plus like this. So we're going to replace it with URL decoder URI.encoder. As you can see, encoder also takes two or one arguments. Okay, so let me tap on this one here. Then I need to add another curly bracket. So in between here, we'll also we'll put a string. Okay, we'll put a string type. So the string we're going to put here, we're going to put the actual hash as we want it to be put in below. So I forgot a comma here. Okay, I had forgotten a comma there. So then here we need to put this URL hash. So let me zoom out a little bit and explain what's happening. So let me even give it some few gaps so that it can explain it very well. So the first line here of intent, which is whereby we define IT as intent. So the next one is a string that decodes the gotten text from the text editor. How do we know the text is there? Because this if statement will check, this if statement up here will check to see if it's empty, then it will run the green code here, which is nothing. If it's not empty when the button is clicked, it will come here and run this code where we have string hash USSD hash. It will get the code, and if it finds that hash is there, it will remove it and whatever comes after it, and then encodes this hash we have up down here, this hash here, okay, and then it will encode it and puts the one we want, and then it goes to the next line whereby we have set data on line 45, okay. Then we pass that USSD hash code at the end, and then lastly we start the activity. So make sure you like this video, subscribe, as this can make you head spin around for some time. So here we run the app. Okay, if you do not learn, okay, so let me show you once again the simple example. So star do one, then hash, so you know the dollar sign, then hash. As you can see, this time it has already came, as you can see from up there. So I go back, move my phone up, I come back to our app. As you see our code, so I'm going to change it to a different type of USSD code. I remove the keyboard, and there you have it, guys. So in the next video I'm going to show you how you can actually make a call, not from here like this, how you can make a call, and I'm going to show you an app which uses USSD code of intent to make a call, and that call is managed within our app. Okay, it will ask us to choose a SIM card if you have more than 2, if more than 3, or any. Okay, so for example here, if you click on one, it loaded, it loads. Now here, if it does not load from here and shows some kind of an error, so this code I've actually entered is it's not there, does not maybe exist. It gives me a 538. Someone comment down in the description what that means. Okay, now I'll see you in that video. Bye for now. Peace out. Take care, you guys.